Fighters had to say. Now here's the introductions with ring announcer Tony Unitas.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a professional 8-round boxing contest.
Hey, who's this guy here? I can't.
All right.
Here.
Featuring in the red corner, wearing the blue robe with a gold stripe, a magnificent young athlete. He's out of Buffalo by way of St. Catharines at 132.5 pounds, Ralph Racine. Racine. And in the blue corner, resplendent in beautiful gold, at 136.75 pounds, known as the Forgotten Olympian and sometimes the baby of boxing. Let's hear it for young Nicky Furlano.
That's my eye. You should have grabbed the camera.
I didn't get down to them.
Huh?
I didn't get to love it.
Your referee for this encounter, ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Lufspring.
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, Bob. Cue Bob. Referee Sammy Lufspring giving the fighters their instructions. Furlano with the gold trunks, the gold boots, very flashy outfit. And Racine wearing purple trunks with a gold stripe. So we're just about set to go. Round one of an 8-rounder. Racine, the taller of the two, at 5 feet 8. Furlano, 5 feet 7. Racine, reputed to be a good stiff puncher. Furlano, he can punch, he can move. Very clever. Got all the tools, they say. Clyde, the way Racine is beginning the fight, he's not moving around too much. He looks like he's trying to get set to throw the right hand.
Oh, yeah, I think you'll both see them try to feel each other out a little bit in earlier rounds and try to figure their opponents out. I don't think they'll see too much action right now. Racine looked like he's going to be the aggressor. He's going to be forcing the fight. And Nick Furlano's, there's a couple quick jabs. I think you do see doing most of the boxing.
Round one of an 8-rounder. From the North York Centennial Center, Nicky Furlano. 19 today as you watch this fight.
Get back. Get out there.
Racine is 20 years old. He's from St. Catharines, but does all his training in Buffalo. He drives over to Buffalo. Oh, good punch by Furlano that time.
Very good. Right hand, right on the jaw was too.
He's sharp.
Yeah, Furlano's quick. He has very quick hands.
Furlano working back from his own corner, circling around to his left. He's got the good quick jab. Moving very well. It's often this way in the first round of a fight. The fighters want to find a little more about their opponent. They'd like to know what they can do with the other fellow. Left hook by Racine. Very good. He followed up with that left after a right that he missed, and that's a sign of a pretty good puncher.
That's right. And Racine is already, just seemed like he's just looking for a good bomb hard punch. He's not satisfied with like a jab or tap. He wants to hit him hard, and this is what I think he's out to do.
Racine knows that he's in enemy territory, really, being from St. Catharines. Furlano is a great favorite here in Toronto.
10 seconds.
So Racine has got to fight the crowd and the fighter. Of course, the crowd can influence the judges.
Oh yeah, how I know about that?
The end of round one. Nicky Furlano and Ralph Racine. How do you know about what the crowd can do to the judges?
Oh, I had experience with it not only in Puerto Rico, I had experience with it in Montreal. I can go on and name the places. Philadelphia.
Everywhere but Toronto, huh?
Right.
Here's a little slow motion action here.
Well, there wasn't too many punches thrown that round. The only clean punch I seen was a good left hook by Ralph Racine, and Nicky was scoring with some very good flicking jabs, but there wasn't very little action actually.
There you have a good close-up look at Nicky Furlano, just 19 years old today. Young man who had a real problem trying to make the Olympic boxing team for Canada, and because of a rather ridiculous dispute between the Ontario Boxing Commission and the Canadian Boxing Federation, this young man, who might very well have been Canada's best amateur boxer, did not get a place on the Olympic team, and that is a darn shame. Here we go with round two now. Ralph Racine of St. Catharines, Ontario, on the left of the screen wearing the purple trunks. Nicky Furlano, Toronto, the gold trunks, the gold boots. Junior lightweight. Racine 132.5 pounds. Furlano 136. Racine has had 13 pro fights. 10 wins, 4 by KOs. Good exchange that time. They both landed. Oh, a good right hand by Furlano that stung Racine, but didn't hurt him too much, but it was a sharp one.
I think he felt it.
Left hook by Furlano. Another good left hook by Furlano.
Racine was supposed to be noted for that right hand, and all he seemed to be throwing his hooks tonight.
Good action here in this second round of an 8-rounder. Nicky Furlano of Toronto coming on, missing with his left hook. Racine stalking Furlano, missing with the short lefts and rights there.
Keep flipping.
Furlano fighting very well from long range as he circles to his left. Right hand by Furlano. Oh, that was a dandy fight.
Nicky is sneaking the right in there very good. He's very quick with that right hand, and he's getting it over the left really good.
Good left hook by Racine. Oh, this has the makings of a dandy fight. Right to the body by Racine. Left hook, the end of a flurry by Furlano. And the crowd here in the North York Centennial Center really enjoying this one. Jam-packed crowd of 5,000. Good body punching by Racine.
Racine really looks like a banger. I think he can really put them in there. And he's taking his time, like I say. He's setting himself for the big ones.
And every time he throws a punch, you can hear him. He goes, "Phew." He's letting everything go when he sings those body punches in.
That's right.
Oh, boy, a good exchange that time.
He's getting hit with that hook too much.
Oh, right and left by Furlano. Misses the left hook. But a good sharp left-right by Furlano.
Both of these boys are taking good shots there early in the fight like this.
And that's the end of round two, and a darn good round we saw there. Some very, very good punches in that round. We're going to go show you some slow motion action now again.
Well, I think both fighters got in some real. This Nicky just scored a real good left hook. Racine also just scored some good left hooks in that round. And also he got in a couple of good. There's another good right and a left. Nicky's standing and putting them together really good there in the second round.
Nice combination.
Very good combination.
Very good round, that one.
There's the red corner.
We're having a look over at the red corner as we pass by referee Sammy Luftspring, who was himself an outstanding fighter some years ago.
You're doing a good job up there.
Ralph Racine, 20 years old, from St. Catharines, Ontario, and of course this is a big fight for him as he he mentioned before the fight, a win over the hometown favorite would be a big stepping stone for Racine. The warning whistle is gone, seconds out. The bell for round 3. Nicky Furlano of Toronto with the gold trunks. On the right of the screen, Ralph Racine of St. Catharines, Ontario, wearing the purple trunks. Close fight so far. Both fighters have scored well in the second round.
Well, Racine is scored at that time with some really good body shots. A right hand to the body and a good left hook to the body.
Right hand and a left by Racine. Racine still chasing Furlano, but Furlano moving very well. Good combination by Furlano, starting down below and working his way up. Bing bang to the body, and then he comes upstairs. Racine constantly moving in.
I think Racine is one of them type of fighters that you don't really want to like to fight because no matter how many punches you throw, he just seems to always be there.
He makes you work.
He makes you work. That's right.
Oh, good right hand to the body by Racine, and he missed the right hand to the head. Furlano comes back, but he missed with the hook. They tie each other up. About halfway through round 3, a very fine fight here. North York Centennial Center. Good exchange.
Real good right hand.
Keep going, Nicky. Keep going. Come on.
Racine is just missing a little bit with his hooks.
Yeah, he can't seem to quite find the mark. He's hitting real good to the
Oh, a good left hook in return by Furlano.
Nicky is very sharp tonight. He's punching good with that left hand. I think Racine is having trouble with his nose too. It's been bleeding, I think, from the first round on. Another good right to the body by Racine. Nicky come back with a good left and a right.
And if this fight goes much longer, those body punches have got to do some damage.
Oh, they gotta slow him down some, I think.
Oh boy, a right to the body by Racine, a left to the head by Furlano. Racine just keeps winging them in. He's not landing as many as he'd like. Racine backing Furlano into the ropes, banging them away.
This is a good fight,
And there's the end of round 3, and boy, this is turning into be a whiz-bang fight.
It's a real good fight.
Is it ever? There's a gentleman with us now who knows a little bit about fighting, Irving Ungerman, your manager, Clyde. And Irving, your man's got a big fight coming up 3 days after this one is on television in Montreal on the 22nd against Guerrero Chavez, who told me a couple of days ago, it's written in the moon, I will beat Clyde Gray.
He will, eh? Well, there's nothing better than the fighter having the confidence in himself, and there's no one better than Chavez to say this. As far as we're concerned, we know that Clyde Gray is really hungry. He knows what the fight game's all about. He himself has said to me he's been on the top of the ladder and he's looked down. He knows what's down, he knows what's up. And Clyde's going all the way. He's ranked second in the world today for one reason only, because he knows he's going for the world's title. No Chavez is going to hold him back. I'm quite sure of that.
Well, we're looking forward to that one, Irving. Thank you very much.
Very much happy to be here.
Irving Ungerman. Clyde, I guess you couldn't have said that better yourself, huh?
No, I couldn't, really.
Round 4, and here we go. A dandy junior lightweight battle here. Nicky Furlano of Toronto in the gold trunks. With his back to us now on the left of the screen, Ralph Racine of St. Catharines, Ontario, stalking Furlano throughout the fight.
Nicky's got a way of getting over that left hand with that right, and Marine's got to start doing something about it. Sooner or later, those right hands are going to tell a story. There's another one.
Well, I can't see too much of what's going on. Some guy with a camera's right in front of me. It's impossible to see here. Sammy Lovespring having a few words.
Just a caution shot there. Racine threw one. That went a little stray.
Racine flicking out the left jab, follows up with the right and misses. Right hand by Furlano, not too hard, but a scoring punch. Furlano very sharp with that right hand tonight. He'll sneak it in as a right hand lead once in a while, and his trunks are split, Clyde. His beautiful gold trunks.
That happened to me once. It's kind of frustrating. But this one, you make it a little harder, and fight him a little harder, maybe so we can get the fight over with, so we can get out of there.
I'm sure he's not concerned about that because he's got all he can handle from Ralph Racine right now.
That's for sure.
Racine took a punch but kept coming in and takes a couple more from Furlano. Furlano is letting Racine move in on him and counter-punching, picking his man off on the way in. You know, he shows a lot of experience, far more than a man who's in only his 4th professional fight.
Oh yeah, Nick looks very good for a guy just coming having 3 amateur fights. I think he's got potential to go all the way if he just handled right and picking the right fight. I think they picked the one might have went over their head a little bit tonight when they picked this guy Racine because he's a tough, hard guy to fight.
He sure is. He hasn't taken a backward step tonight, and he's been hit a few good ones, but he's coming in all the way. And he can hit a little himself.
That's right.
Good body puncher. Nicky swarming all over him, Furlano, but no damaging punches in there. Oh, boy, some good body punches by Racine. He took a couple to the head, but he landed a couple of whistlers. You just don't see body punching like that anymore, right?
Especially not from these smaller guys. Them body punches was told and tell you later on.
Good right hand by Furlano, caught Racine moving in, and there's the end of round 4. And oh, well, you couldn't want for more in a fight than this. This is a dandy. Okay, let's look at some of the action again from round 4.
Well, I think Racine was scoring with some real good body shot, but Nicky was catch him coming in a lot with that real quick right hand, some quick lefts. He throws some real good combination lefts and rights, but I think those body punches could tell later on in the fight.
I'll tell you, we've had the first round was a little slow, but the next 3 were just terrific.
I think each round the fight is getting better. You know?
That's right. Plenty of action. You couldn't ask for more. 2 very sharp, hard punchers in there fighting all the way. This is what boxing is all about. Okay, there's the whistle. Seconds out. Ready to go with the next round. All right, here we go. Ralph Racine of St. Catharines, Ontario, has been the aggressor in the fight up to this point. That's not to say that he's winning the fight, but he has moved in constantly all the time, landing a lot of great body punches, but taking